I think it's time to make simple yet awesome Christmas decoration. Stay tuned. Now, if you don't follow Richard Findley on Instagram, I highly suggest that you do. He's an excellent turner and you learn a lot. Now, this is his Festive Challenge 2024 and it's a bell-shaped Christmas tree ornament. And you can drill a hole here on the top and hang it, and you can see these are quite thin, hollow, so these are really light. As you can see, I have a few more blanks to do. These 10 here will go to my kindergarten that my younger son goes to, so as a sort of a gift for holidays. So let me show you how I turn this. Now, what I've done to prepare blanks, these are 50 mil square by 80 mil long, and I just turned half of it. So I grab the square end in these same here jaws and just rough turn half of it and put the tenon here with the shoulder. That will, when you start to hollow it out, it will give you a little bit more stability. Now you can grip here by the square end and do it that way. I just want these to be a little bit more stable, let's say. So these are great skew chisel exercise, and I'll be using a 1 inch 25 mil wide skew and 12 mil wide skew and the gouge for the hollowing. So these are peeling cuts. Get it to nice and round. And I'll true up the end. And I have 45 mil calipers set. That's the distance before this little knob on the end. And I'll go with the skew straight in, open it up with 2 V-cuts, and then I'll use all the edge here, peeling cut going straight down, like so. So I have a prepared blank, and now I'll do simple cove here, again using skew. So that's pretty good, and I want to, wrong end, a little catch there, just a little lift here. I think it looks a little bit better when you have a little lift here. And what I'll do is just bring this down as well, and make this half round. And again, you want to leave yourself here neat, so don't thin this down too much, because you'll have too much vibrations here on this end when we hollow this out. Now I feel a little ridge here, so a little finessing cut with the skew. Okay, that's pretty good, and I'll put a few decorations, and also just go straight down to the center, and I'll use point of the skew to make a little divot in the very center. Now it's time to hollow this out, and I'll use spindle gouge with the back hollow cut, and you'll see this will get hollowed out really fast, and then I'll use a scraper to finesse it. So I go straight in, I make the point of the gouge inside the very center, and then just drop the handle down and back up. So these are just roughing cuts. And now I'll raise the tool rest and I have a asymmetric curve scraper here, and I'll place my fingers on outside of the bell here. Today is not my day to speak. So for the moment I just want to get the shape inside matching the outside, and then I'll finesse everything. Okay, that's pretty good. Now I'll find the very center, go through that center, start to drop the handle down, because if you envision that this is small diameter, and if I drop the handle down in this area, I'm way less than 90 degrees to the surface I'm scraping and the top of the tool here, so I can get away with that. If this is a cross-grain work or bigger diameter, I would not do this. So there are occasions where you can drop the handle of the scraper, but it's a good practice to keep it level or slightly higher. So that's really nice and clean. Okay, so the inside is done. Let me show you how this looks. This is the inside now before sanding. You can see really nice and clean. So, and it's quite thin, so it's not heavy for the Christmas tree. Here is where I like to use 12mm wide skew. And I like to leave a little bit of timber here up against the jaws to protect the jaws, let's say, when you sand this inside. So bring these down a little bit more. Now I finish the top end here. Now I'm looking this curve, there is a slight lump here. A little bit of vibration, but that doesn't matter, that will sand out. And this little ridge here. Okay, so that should be okay. Open this up for the little knob at the top, and what I like to do is just bring this down a little bit more. Now here maybe a gouge would be a better option to roll top half of this knob or bead, but I'll use a skew. Just have to be careful that you don't cut this upper edge here, and do the same, just flatten it a little bit and do the same on the lower section. Okay, that's pretty good. Now just take away this flat areas. Okay, so that will be okay. And now just sand the top portion. And I like to use on paper 320 as a last grit, because I can bend it, as you can see, with a really tight fold, let's say, so I can get into this corner and crisp it up even more. Just sand at both sides of this knob. Now just grab shavings and polish it up a little bit. And I'll just part it off, again with a small skew. And I like to leave this kind of a little lump here, and you can use a skew as a carving chisel and just carve this away. Or you can sand, doesn't really matter. A little bit of paper, and that's it. And that's it. You can see the inside, the outside, and you can join the rest. Now I hope you're going to try this festive challenge 2024 from Richard Findley, and again, if you're not following him on Instagram, I highly suggest that you do. You'll find the hashtag if you're going to make one of these. Use that hashtag festive challenge 2024 that you'll find in my video description. It's a great skew exercise, it's a great gift now, especially for holidays, and all in all, it's a great thing to batch out and to boost your skills. So hope you're going to try it, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.